Hey guys, before we talk about last night's episode of the Vampire Diaries, I just want to mention that I am doing a Q&A video. So all you need to do is just go watch this little short video and leave your questions in the comment section. You can ask me questions about anything, about television shows, about my life, anything within reason, and I will answer it. So there was some major shizzle that went down on TVD last night. Let's talk about Damon right off the bat. So basically Damon is now an Augustine vampire, so who knows if that's permanent? That would kind of suck. But Dr. Maxfield injected him, and now Damon just wants to feed off of other vampires. Me thinks that that's not going to be such a good thing for Enzo, his new road trip buddy. And I'm just nervous for any vampire within his vicinity. It looks like in the next episode, they've got him like strapped down to a chair, and they're trying to, I don't know, do something to help him. So I'll be interested to see what they're gonna do to try to cure him. He was so awful in this episode, you guys. I mean, there's a part of me, like, I love bad Damon. Like, I remember when I first started watching the Vampire Diaries and, you know, season 1 and 2, and I was just scared of him. Anytime he came around, I thought, oh crap, what's he gonna do? But at the same time, I've liked seeing him kind of grow and, you know, become a better person and all of that stuff. And I don't think that's just because of Elena. I definitely think, you know, fake Elena is what has set him off this time. But he's just being a dick, basically. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that. Like, he just got on my nerves in this episode because he's being so awful and I want him to get his crap together. Let's talk about Bonnie and Jeremy because I just freaking love them. They were in this episode, yay. Julie Plec, if you're watching this, we want more Bonnie and Jeremy. Come on. Give them a storyline or something really cool so that I can see them all the time. Bonnie is just looking so good this season, you guys. She got her like little short haircut going. And Jeremy's just continuing to lift weights and continuing to just be freaking awesomely gorgeous. And I just love the two of them together. They're just lovey-dovey and I love it. There's a new witch in the mix because obviously there's this whole thing where Damon and Enzo kidnap Jeremy because they want to force Bonnie to find someone to do a locator spell for them. She has some suspicions about a girl in one of her classes. Turns out she's right. And so I think it would be kind of cool to see Bonnie kind of almost like train this girl as a witch. It turns out that this girl is a witch, but she can't control herself. And so, yeah, I thought that was kind of a cool element. Plus then that gives the gang a new witch to use and abuse since of course Bonnie cannot fill that role anymore. Let's briefly talk about Matt. Somebody left a comment on one of my TVD videos a couple weeks ago about the fact that Matt is just like, when are they gonna do something with him? And I just loved that comment. I just think it's so true. I want something to happen for Matt, but Matt's beginning to figure out that something's up with Nadia, and I think he's on the road to figuring out that fake Elena is really Catherine, which of course would not be so good for the plans. Meanwhile, Catherine is continuing to be fake Elena. Once again, I just gotta give it up for Nina Dobrev. She's so good, you guys, and there's these moments where it's like, you get that she's like, acting like Catherine would act if she was pretending to be Elena, and you kind of can see that. I mean, it was really, really cool. So she's, of course, on the hunt to reignite her relationship with Stefan, and I don't know, you see Caroline kind of getting a glimpse of that, and Caroline telling her, you need to be careful, what are you doing? And you get that Stefan is really concerned about his brother. I love Stefan. I mean, I could just go on for days about him, but you get that he's more concerned about his brother than he is with, okay, now it's my chance to get Elena back. And I loved that moment where he was so honest and he told her, like, for the longest time, I dreamt of this moment when he would screw up and you would realize that you couldn't be with him. And I just love that honesty, right? Because Stefan is just fan-freaking-tastic. So the race is on, really, I think, between Stefan and Matt as to who's gonna figure out that Elena ain't really Elena anymore. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do when that happens. Just really quickly, I want to mention this traveler Sloan that showed up to Dr. Maxfield's lab and basically offered him protection and money to continue his research. And she dropped this little tidbit about wanting him to like analyze some blood that I really think is gonna like be more important later down the road. So yeah, definitely can't wait to find out more about that. It was a good episode, and once again, we're getting ready to go on another break, so they're not coming back until the end of the month. I think the 27th, which kind of sucks. Hey, don't forget to check out my Q&A video, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.